Yo, what is going on, guys? It is yours truly, LastChanceFPS, or you guys can call me by my name, Chance. And guys, I'm not lying, I'm not BSing, I'm keeping it 100 right now. I think this fourth mode could actually save Modern Warfare.
FBI, open up!
There, I said it. You guys heard it first. Remember when I said this? So like the title of today's video says, boys, we're going to be talking about Battle Royale, a topic that, to be honest, hasn't been getting too much notoriety as of lately. But I think that should all change moving forward as of today, because by the end of this video, I think you guys are going to be in the same boat as I am and be genuinely excited and looking forward to this upcoming mode. Because as far as I'm concerned, the multiplayer side of Modern Warfare is a lost cause. Nothing's going to change. We're now 3 months after launch. The developers have made it utterly clear that they have their own agenda. They're not going to listen to the Call of Duty community and make changes that we actually want to see. And after reading about this Battle Royale mode, I am now hooked, and I think you guys will be as well.
Excuse me, the fuck did you just say?
So with all that being said, and of course, if you guys haven't already, drop a like on this video, as well as comment down below your guys' thoughts. Subscribe to the channel and turn on those bell notifications to get notified every single time I upload a new video here on my channel. Follow my Twitch and all my social medias, which will be linked down in the description down below. And yeah, guys, with all that stuff being said, let's get on with the rest of today's video. So moving right along, all of this information is going to be coming from an article published by Charlie Intel, and if you guys want to check it out for yourselves, I will of course have it linked down in the description down below. But it is titled Map, Perks, and More for Rumored Battle Royale Mode in Modern Warfare Leaked. It begins with data miners who have searched the COD Modern Warfare PC files have now been many references and content surrounding the Battle Royale mode that could be coming to the game. There has been many references within the files to BR, but Activision has not yet announced any such mode for Modern Warfare. Now, granted, even though this article came out in mid-November and it is now January, I think it is time for Activision to fully announce this new mode to not only build up hype, but just incentivize people to come back and play this game again. I think it would be foolish if Activision didn't do this, but then again, it is Activision, so I guess I wouldn't be surprised at the same time if they didn't.
You're goddamn right.
The new leak posted on Reddit has showcased the points of interest on the map, an image of the overview of the map, a look at the skill set and items in the BR mode, and more. I'll go ahead and put a picture up on screen now of the map for the Battle Royale in Modern Warfare, and I don't know if it's bigger than the map we got back in Blackout, but the map does look slightly larger, so I don't know if that's just me, but funny enough, if you end up looking at the map in detail, it uses a number of not only Spec Ops mission locations, but as well as a number of all of the ground war maps. So it looks like they're going to go down a similar route like Blackout did, where they're going to also return a number of multiplayer maps from previous Call of Duty games to just kind of build up the map in general, and I think that is a great idea. It also reads, there's no indication of when or if this mode will ever be released, but rumors have suggested that the company plans to bring a Battle Royale mode to the game in early 2020 as a standalone free-to-play game mode. That is amazing news. I was not expecting this whatsoever. I was expecting, if anything, for it to just be another game mode within Modern Warfare, so obviously you would have to pay the game $60 retail just to access the Battle Royale mode, but hey, if this is true, that's gonna be huge. I mean, that is going to be able to reach a larger pool of players, kind of similar to like what Fortnite does or even Apex Legends. So I really hope that this is not fake news, and if it's free to play, that is going to be mind-blowing right there. The rumor also states that Raven Software is leading the development of this mode while Infinity Ward focuses on the main game. This is also great news because I have a lot of high hopes that Raven Software delivers with this Battle Royale mode if this all ends up becoming true. And as far as I'm concerned, good riddance, Infinity Ward. I mean, I call them Incompetence Ward now because it seems like they can't do anything right nowadays. So yeah, see ya. Wouldn't want to be a Infinity Ward. Stay on the multiplayer side of things because we only want you over there. We don't want you to ruin this Battle Royale mode. That has so much potential, it's not even funny. The next topic that this article talks about is both the zones as well as the points of interest on the map. And I'm actually curious to see how many different locations that are going to be from previous Call of Duty games like maps and whatnot. It looks like the first one is called Airfield. Now, I don't think we've ever got a map named that, but it could be Terminal, so that would be pretty cool, as well as Boneyard, which again doesn't sound familiar, but maybe it's Scrapyard potentially. I do know for a fact that in one of the Spec Ops missions, they did return Scrapyard as part of the area, so maybe that will just be obviously part of the map in general. Next up, we have Dam, which I know for a fact we've never got, but I guess they're gonna do something similar to Blackout again, where it's gonna have obviously a dam location, so that should be pretty cool, as well as Downtown, which I think is going to be a new location as well. It also looks like Gulag, the 2v2 map, is going to be returning in the Battle Royale mode. I believe instead of it just being that little bathroom area, it's going to be like this huge coliseum in the bottom right corner of the map. Next up, we have Hospital, which I definitely know we've never gotten, but that should be pretty cool as well to see, as well as Layover and Lumber, which I definitely know we've never gotten before. It looks like the first confirmed map that they're returning in the Battle Royale map is going to be Overgrown, the classic COD 4 maps. Next up, we have Port, which is the newest Ground War map, so that should be cool to see. It looks like they're adding all of the Ground War maps, so I guess that's going to be a common running theme with this map, as well as Quarry, which is the Modern Warfare 2 map. I really didn't play Modern Warfare 2 that much, so I'm not really quite sure if Quarry was that good of a map or if it was pretty bad, but it looks like Quarry is going to be making a return in Battle Royale. And it looks like Storage Town, Super Center, Train Yard, as well as TV Station are going to be all new locations. And a couple of these are also similar concepts to what Blackout had in their map. But regardless, a lot of these zones sound really cool. And obviously a couple of them are going to be maps that we've already seen from the past. And for the point of interest, I would imagine that these would just be randomly scattered around the map. We have banks, fire stations, gas stations, gun stores, pharmacies, and police stations. And then the final topic from this article that I want to break down for you guys is going to be the default options for the public matches. It looks like for this year's Battle Royale, the player count is going to be 200, which just sounds absolutely insane if you guys just think about it. I was genuinely shocked when Blackout was able to pull off 100 players. I thought that was pretty impressive. But I guess since I pointed out earlier that this year's Battle Royale map looks bigger than Blackout maps was, I guess it would make sense for 200 players to make it work. But man, I could only begin to imagine the potential with the gameplays that you could pull off with 200 people. Like, what if you get like a 50 kill win? Like, that just sounds so awesome. For the playlist, it looks like it's going to be the same. There's obviously solos, duos, as well as squads. It looks like there's going to be an end game radar, which should be really interesting because I remember in Blackout, the sensor darts was like the most overpowered equipment to have late game, just so you were able to be aware of where the last players were. But I guess with this year's Battle Royale, that's not going to be a problem with the end game radar. So I'm really curious to see how that ends up playing out. It looks like there's going to be an infiltration option being the C-130. Now, I really don't know fully what they mean by infiltration option. Is that like how you enter the map, which I thought would just be parachuting? There's also going to be a pre-game lobby free-for-all, which should be pretty cool, I guess, to see. It would just be be different from how Blackout did it. But it looks like there is not going to be a post-game exfiltration, again, whatever that means. The max health is going to be 150, as well as a last stand health being 100. The last stand revive health is only going to be 30, and the last stand timer is going to be for a total of 60 seconds. The last stand revive time is going to be a whopping 7 seconds. There is going to be friendly fire, it looks like, in this battle royale, which I'm not gonna lie is pretty annoying to see. I remember back when Fortnite came out, they had friendly fire, but after like a couple months of people complaining about that, they removed that. But I think in Blackout it had friendly fire, so I don't know, maybe that's just going to be a running theme with Call of Duty Battle Royales. And then finally, we have the Gulag being on. Now, I believe the Gulag is obviously the 2v2 gunfight map, like I pointed out earlier. But later in the article, it talks about how it's like this 1v1 area for people to be able to be brought back into the match, which I really don't know if that's like a good or bad thing. But hey, until this game mode fully launches, I guess we're just going to have to wait and find out. Now, if you guys want to check out the rest of the article for yourselves, I highly encourage you guys check it out, because obviously the article goes into a lot more depth, but I only really wanted to cover like the maps as well as kind of like the standard options for this mode. But the article goes on to talk about a number of other topics like private match options, respawn, missions, armor, perks, kill streak, plunder, as well as that Gulag 1v1 area. I highly recommend you guys read into it, because I read everything word for word, and like I brought up earlier, I am super excited about this mode. It has so much potential, and it sounds really awesome to play. And if it's better than how Blackout was, which I thoroughly enjoyed that game mode, then it looks like I'll have something to actually enjoy here in Modern Warfare. So yeah, guys, that's everything to know about Battle Royale in Modern Warfare. And also, like the article pointed out, now that it is early 2020, we should be hopefully expecting some type of announcement or news of this mode coming to the game. Because let's not kid ourselves, Modern Warfare is on LifeSpawn now. I mean, the Infinity Ward developers butchered the multiplayer so bad, this game could use any type of positivity moving forward.
Help me! Help me!
And I have faith in Raven Studios that they will make a kick-ass and fun Battle Royale mode, and I just can't wait. If you guys went on to enjoy this video, and if you haven't already, drop a like on this video, as well as commenting down below your guys' thoughts. Subscribe to the channel and turn on those bell notifications to get notified every single time I upload a new video here on my channel. Follow my Twitch and all my social medias, which will be linked down in the description down below. And until next time, I will catch you guys in the next video.